We are back and we are now in the appropriate edge building stream. So here's what's been going on for the past few hours, which I really don't know if it's been recorded or not. I haven't seen. It seems that the connection was broken. Which, okay. However, at the same time, let's restart this. Interesting. Okay. So at the same time, I noticed that this was a trading stream that I was using for my edge building in Bitcoin, which I did not understand how Bitcoin was moving. I did not see the actual statistics that we were that are relevant to Bitcoin. So I was taking time out of the stream to draw those up in front of you guys. So here we'll go ahead and continue that process, and actually we'll start from scratch, and in fact we'll do a little bit of a rundown. So let's see if we still have it up. One of these contains a spreadsheet which actually has the statistics that we're looking for, and in fact we're very interested in, come on, there we go, desktop, yep, market stats, Bitcoin. We're not interested in any of those indices, in any of those commodities, and any of those anything, because I personally understand how they move, right? I want to understand Bitcoin and how it develops a daily range, how it picks whether or not to be a bull or bear market, how it behaves during a bull or a bear market, and yeah, all of that stuff. Where is it though? Where is that statistics chart? All right, well, no matter. We're gonna be able to just draw it up, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and we'll use this weekly stats spreadsheet. We'll just go ahead and make another sheet, and we're gonna save this as something else. No, it wants to take the whole thing, huh? Okay. So Libre is acting weird. Delete this sheet. So we're just gonna do a different one. We're gonna open a new one, and we're actually gonna come into the new one. Let me show you the new one. Not connected and not available. How about device needs to shut the fuck up? Where is the untitled one? Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So here's our completely blank, very nice spreadsheet, right? We have a few behaviors that we're interested in the market doing, okay? We want to know how often does it take a high? How often does it follow through? How often does it take a previous low? And how often does it take both? How often does it take none? Okay, these are very, very, very important things for us to know. Okay, now the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the based on the week and the total and all that stuff, that doesn't matter. Well, you'll see that it does matter, but it doesn't matter so much because all that really does is it shows us when we're consolidating and all that stuff. And well, that shows us the amount of time that we spend consolidating as opposed to moving and taking objectives. So let's go ahead and get into it. 48%. Okay. That follows through like 57%. And we're going to have to redo that, by the way. New low total is 47%. Because this follow through number, it's actually very useful if we're already in the middle of developing daily range and we understand the way that the daily range is developing in the context of the week and in the month. However, because we don't really, because we're taking the context of the big picture, then we're going to want a more granular, we're going to want that number in the context of the larger picture, right? Does that make sense? So that means that 57% of that 48%, that's going to be a much smaller number. That's going to be like 20% of the time. There's going to be follow through, right? Anyway, what was I? Yes, 44%. And then both are taken 12% at a time. None are taken 17% at a time. Okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and do this. The up week on the daily chart, we're gonna have to redo that, and in fact we will redo that. We'll get these very nice numbers and they'll be very rounded and perfect and all that really nice stuff, right? Where was I? Taking a low, 59. $59, 37. Like, damn, crazy volatility. 30. And 12 and 16. And those are mostly going to be consolidations. Those are mostly going to be running for liquidity. That's going to happen like 12% of the time and 16% of the time. Okay? And that's going to be 35, 41, 59, 5, 28, 18. Very good. And on the daily chart, up months, 54%. And this is going to be different because I actually took the right data. 42, 16, 12, 16. Okay, this one's going to be 41, 20, 53, 50, no, 26, 13, 18. Okay, so now something very important to keep in mind when you're looking at these up months and down months and up weeks and down weeks is that 100% of the time during an up week or a down week, or 100% of the time during a down week, I'm sorry, no, 100% of the time during an up week or 100% of the time during an up month, there's going to be up candles that are taking out highs, right? So really what these probabilities are telling us is they're telling us the anatomy of a weekly range. They're telling us the anatomy of a daily range, right? Well, not the anatomy of a daily range, but they're telling us the anatomy of a monthly range, right? Does that make sense? So these monthly ranges are much more, well, not these monthly ranges, but all of a sudden, what you're gonna get out of this information is that it's about 54% of the time there's going to be highs taken, right? And about 42% of the time there's going to be lows taken, and about 33% of the time we're going to run higher. About 16% of the time we're going to run lower, right? And between that 12 and 16%, which is about 30% more or less, we're going to consolidate. So does that make sense? That tells us how much of the week or how much of the month we're going to move up, we're going to move down, or we're going to move sideways. And that's what this version, that's what this type of statistical analysis is going to tell us right now, right? I'm not really interested in the ranges. I'm not really interested in the size of the week. I'm not really interested in any of that stuff yet. We will get to it. Don't worry about it. But for now, I just want to show you that we have these, right? And these are good for showing us how much up movement and how much down movement, how much sideways movement we should expect. Okay, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so where were we? We were on our weekly data. There we go. So that's 52, 32, 37, 21. Then 7 and 18, but the 7 and the 18 are dubious. The reason being that we had such a small data set that it didn't really matter. Or actually, no, we had such a small data set that we couldn't tell a whole lot from it. Okay. So this is going to be 32, 12, 56, 33, 9, and 20. Okay. Seven, 47, and the up months are so very, very powerful, right? I'm gonna move the down month and the up month. I know. I wrote them backwards on the sheet, right? Which there was no reason for me to do that. I don't know why I did that, but I did it, you know. Let me make sure the stream is still going. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. So the stream is still healthy. Taking the previous low. Yeah, so the new lows are 22%. And then we have 11%, 6%, and 16%. Okay. Then we're gonna have to look at bear markets. I'm sorry. Let's grab this. Move this one over. Move this one over. And move this one back. There we go. And I'm not really interested in the up and down days during the bear markets. However, I am aware that during a bear market there's gonna be more down days, right? Which are gonna be counting down weeks, right? What is this? Okay, those are seen. But it's more gainful to watch the weeks for bull and bear markets than it is to watch the days. However, if we don't have enough data in the day, if we don't have enough data inside the weeks, then we're gonna have to switch over to days, right? And that's just the nature of the beast. Don't want to do it. I think it's a really bad idea, but there we have it. We're gonna have this one, by the way, just be a scene, right? This is gonna be its own scene, yeah. And then we're gonna add another one. Okay. What? Get in there. There we go. I was wondering what that was doing. Okay, so let's go ahead and add another window. Sure. And then we're gonna set this up, by the way, and it should be fine. So this is where we're gonna switch between our data. So I think we want our weekly stats, right? Yeah, that's the one. Give me 1 second, because this thing is being a pain. I don't like it capturing my cursor. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna switch to our weekly data, right? Which we got this error, right? Because it's the count if function and we didn't enter anything. Okay, totally fine. That's right here, by the way. Inside of here, where you see it freaking out, because I haven't done anything yet. So the no data, that's this one. Basically what I've done is I bootstrapped on, well, I haven't bootstrapped anything.